Good morning from Let Us Eat. Today I will be making my homemade pizza crust. We are going to have pizza tonight. Wednesdays traditionally are our Italian night, so we're doing pizza tonight because last night we did homemade spaghetti sauce in my crock pot. I was given 6 firm tomatoes and we did a nice tomato sauce with meatballs on rigatoni last night. I have my pizza pan sprayed. I have my Bisquick ready. This is a Bisquick dough. It's relatively easy, no yeast or a lot of kneading involved. You take 2 to 3 cups of Bisquick, I don't measure, put it into the bowl with garlic to taste, and then the water, anywhere from 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, don't dump it in, gradually pour it in, and with your hand and fork, twirl it around until the dough turns into a good dough ball. And once the dough ball forms, you're going to put it onto the pizza pan, and then you're going to flatten the dough out and spread it all over the pan until it's completely covered. And once that's done, I am going to put it into my oven for about 12 minutes. I have my oven preheating at 350, and then once that's done, it's going to get the sauce on it, and I'm going to put it into the refrigerator until dinner time. Then I'll add the cheese and pepperoni, and then it will go back into the oven for another 15 to 17 minutes around 350 degrees until the cheese is all melted and the crust is cooked all the way through, and hopefully won't be soggy in the middle because of the sauce. And I will not be using that entire jar of sauce. I'll be saving that sauce for other meals and snacking. I'm going to start by adding the flour into the bowl. I usually use about 3 of these. Maybe just a little more. This is my granulated garlic. Kind of eyeball to get a good sprinkle in. Take the fork. Kind of stir the dough and the garlic a little bit without the water in it. Now you're not going to put this entire measuring cup of water into the bowl at once. You're going to fold it in. You're going to start by pouring a little bit in. And you're going to take your fork. And when it's dry again, you're going to pour a little more. And you're going to repeat the process until the dough ball starts forming. It's starting to look more like dough. I think just a little more water, and then I can start squishing it with my hands and kneading it. This is a great activity to get your children involved. You want them in the kitchen with you as much as possible, so they have life skills in the kitchen as well as household chores, sweeping, mopping, laundry. Just a splash more. I'm going to scrape the fork. Roll my sleeves up a little bit. I'm going to start pinching. I'm going to start pinching the dough, or kneading the dough. If it's sticky, you can sprinkle a little extra. When you're kneading, give it a good squeeze. This is a no yeast dough. And no yogurt. Two ingredients I never seem to have in my house. Well, that looks really beautiful. Get a little bit of dough on my hands. Perfect. I'm going to take the scoop, which I tried to get before, and kind of dropped it. I'm going to lightly sprinkle my round pizza pan. I sprayed it with butter. We like to use pan. And just take some of the dough, the flour from the dough on the tray. Perfect. Put it onto the pan. I'm going to take the dough, sprinkling it as needed. And if it gets too dry while you're trying to do this, you can also add just a splash of water here and there. You can use a rolling pin if you want. I like to use my hands. Make sure your hands are nice and washed beforehand. If the dough breaks apart, which it will, just kind of smush it together with the excess flour on the pizza pan. I'm a mom of two girls. I have a 5th grader in elementary school, and I have a 10th grader in high school who's getting her learner's permit in June. I don't know how that happened, and she's always getting in the mail inquiries for what college she'd like to go to in a few years. I love to cook. I went to culinary school. Bear with me. It looks like it's not going to cover the entire pan, but by the time I'm done, it will be. Look how pretty it is. I also do photography. I have a Facebook page. It's Suzanne Seen Photography. Please give it a thumbs up. I post regularly pictures that I've taken in my community. I do a lot of barns and sunsets and birds and waterfalls. We do hiking. Almost there. I'll give it a final once around and do my crust area. There are all kinds of crazy recipes for crust, stuffed crust pizza. I've seen beer crust pizza. I think that would be kind of really cool for the big game coming up on Sunday. Who are you rooting for? Comment below. I love meal planning and preparing for my family every day. We have a rotating menu plan with theme nights. Wednesdays is usually Italian night. Tuesday is usually pork night, but we switched it because we got those beautiful tomatoes and had a double Italian night. Friday, we usually do pizzas, but because we switched our schedule around this week for convenience, have a lot of extra activities going on. Okay, here is the pizza dough spread through the entire pan. I am going to give it a once round for the crust formation, and then I'm going to pop it into my oven, which you heard beep. That's letting me know that it's heated to the temperature that I would like it to be at. And we'll go in for about 12 minutes, cool, and then put into the refrigerator until I'm ready to put our sauce, a little bit of oil, as well as our cheese and toppings. I also have a Facebook page called Let Us Eat with Suzanne Ridgway. Please give my page a thumbs up, and please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and tap that bell for future notifications. Take my fork, just kind of make sure there's no air pockets. I'm going to stab it. Take a little bit of the flour and patch it in. It's the nice thing about pizza crust. There we go. All over, a little bit of fork. My oil. about a tablespoon in the top. Drizzle. And it will go into the oven, as I said, for about 12 minutes or so. Let cool. And when it's cooled, put it into the refrigerator. And when you're ready, you can put the marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, your pepperoni, bell peppers, mushrooms. I think I'm going to do this one half pepperoni and half mushrooms because my teenager and I love mushrooms. And thank you always for watching Let Us Eat. We will be back later with the final process of putting together the pizza and the finishing touches. Please look out later today for that video.